this season, disappointingly, but with a little help from north of the border, have recaptured their form with a vengeance. Your commentator, John Watson.
Mo Johnston has scored 13 goals in his last 14 games for Watford, and that's a better current striking rate than Luther Blissett achieved when he was the league's leading scorer last season. Watford, remember, sold Blissett to Milan for £1 million and bought Johnston for £200,000 from Partick Thistle. Meanwhile, Notts County have their top scorer, Trevor Christie, back in action following a head injury. He's wearing a protective plaster over 6 stitches. But Notts are still without Justin Fashanu, Martin O'Neill and Mark Goodwin, all injured. And there's a change in goal where Jim McDonough returns in place of Mick Leonard, who caught chickenpox while the squad were taking a break in Mallorca this week. Watford welcome back Les Taylor at number 4 and George Riley at number 9, both after injury, while at centre-half Steve Terry replaces Steve Sims, who starts a 2-match suspension, which also rules him out of next week's FA Cup tie against Brighton. Referee this afternoon is David Richardson of Great Harwood, one of England's FIFA referees. Watford with 7 wins and a draw in their last 9 games, playing from left to right in yellow. And Notts County, who haven't won for 8 league matches, are wearing the white shirts with the thin black stripe, playing from the right. McParland. Here's Terry. That was Tristan Benjamin, Riley, Richards. Christie. Richards again. McCulloch's made another good run, number 8. And there are 3 waiting in the centre here for County. And Harcourt! What a good start. Rashid Harcourt puts Notts County into the lead. But a very good run and cross by McCulloch, who timed it beautifully to get behind the defence. He positioned the cross perfectly for Harcourt coming in, and that's 1-0 to County. Well, so far this season, Notts County have not been trusted with a lead. They've tended to weaken after starting a match well. Harcourt's goal here has given them an opportunity to turn the tide. We shall see. Good play by McCulloch. Riley, Barnes. Away from Benjamin. Past Kilcline. Benjamin recovered well. That was Terry, but it was a foul on Christie. Forward by Kilcline. Christie is coming in. Shoved by Terry. Penalty. The ball was safe, really. It was going through to Sherwood, but Steve Terry appeared to knock Trevor Christie, and a penalty, said the referee, without hesitation. And what a chance here for Notts to go 2 up. Still inside the first 10 minutes. Steve Terry gives away the penalty. And the man who he fouled, Trevor Christie, is entrusted with the responsibility. And 2-0. He made no mistake. But Terry's mistake it was that put Watford in difficulties. And Christie has scored his 17th goal of the season, tucking the penalty nicely into the corner on his return after injury. Well, last season, Watford led 2-0 here, and Notts County came back to win 3-2. Now it's Notts who are 2 up. What can Watford do about it? Rostron. Forward by Jacket. Barnes. Driven. The flag was up for offside. That was a good header by Terry, and a good turn by Riley. Didn't quite shake off Kilcline the first time, and indeed the second time he was fouled by him. And that's Riley, and that's Jacket! And off Hunt for an own goal. Well, poor David Hunt, he really didn't know much about it. Flicked on by Riley for Kenny Jacket, McDonough doing his best, but the ball ricocheted off David Hunt, and Watford are back in it after 15 minutes. Hunt shakes his head in disbelief, but it's 2-1. Well, whenever these two teams meet, there seem to be goals. 3-2 and 5-3 were the two scores last season, and in the first quarter of an hour today, we've had 3 already. Callahan looking for Taylor, and he looks for Johnston. Riley and Barnes are in the centre, and it's off Clark for the corner. Callahan will take it, and Riley's in there again. It was away by McParland for Notts. David Hunt. Good header again by Riley, on by Barnes. This is Johnston. Jacket to his left. Back came McCulloch for Notts, and McParland tries to get down the right. Playing more or less as an orthodox winger early on is Ian McParland. Benjamin, who didn't quite know where he was. And that's given Watford some ground. There's Barnes. And now Jacket. As Kilcline's clear and straight to Rostron. Past Richards, on to Riley. Rostron for the return beautifully. Oh, good stop by McDonough, had to be. And a good move too. Jim McDonough got his hand to it from Wilf Rostron. That was a lovely 1-2 that, between Rostron, who made the initial run, and Riley. Rostron continuing, cross shot, and McDonough got a hand to it. On was by Christie. That was Barnes. And it was Hunt. Jacket, whose foot was high, the referee said no. Barnes. And Callahan's coming in. As he did so, he was injured in a collision, I think, with the goalkeeper, although there's a defender in there as well. And Nigel Callahan is down. Came in with Clark, actually. And while he's still prostrate in the goal mouth, Notts County are on the attack at the other end with Chidozie. But the referee decides there's an offside anyway, which gives him a chance, perhaps, to have his attention brought to Nigel Callahan. Well, John Barnes got a fierce cross in there, and Nigel Callahan coming in trying to finish it. The goalkeeper and the defender, Clark, trying to stop him, and he got the worst of it, did Callahan. But he's received treatment from Billy Hales, has Nigel Callahan, and he's back in the game. Barnes. This is Johnston. And Barnes. Skip round Benjamin there, and Hunt's clearance only came as far as Rostron, whose cross-in finds Les Taylor. And Callahan! Oh, what a good shot! That's a beauty. He's entitled to celebrate there, Nigel Callahan. A sweet strike of the ball as it came across. A poor Notts County clearance, it's true, which found Rostron. Les Taylor looked dangerous, but when it came to Callahan, he swung at that with his left foot, and it went in, sweet as you like. So, there we are, still inside the first half hour, and it's 2-2. And Watford have done exactly as County did in the corresponding match last year, and come back from 2 behind. And this is Bardsley. And Callahan, checked by Hunt, still got his cross in. And you couldn't complain about this if you were a neutral. Some sprightly attacking football at Meadow Lane. 4 goals already. Larry Lloyd, the team manager of Notts County, must be wondering what's happened to his 2-goal lead. Johnston. Rostron. Riley. Rostron again. Always looks to attack, and he's pushed a good ball forward there to Johnston. Wide of him is Callahan with a drive. Oh, his second! And an even better one, perhaps. Marvellous shot by Nigel Callahan. He's taking them first time today with either foot, and they're flying in. McDonough had no chance at all. Rostron again engineered the attack, but with Johnston pushing the ball wide, Callahan didn't hesitate. Hit it right foot, and a superb goal. 3-2 to Watford, after they trailed 2-0 in the first 10 minutes. An extraordinary first half. And Callahan has scored 2 goals that will be remembered for a very long time. Typical of Watford that they should have recovered quite like that. Didn't allow the 2-goal deficit to worry them, and Nigel Callahan has scored a pair of goals there that have turned, for the moment, the proceedings here completely. Barnes. Johnston. Barnes. Cross, and McDonough had to come and claim it. And a wildly fluctuating first half, but all the more entertaining for that. Rashid Harkoop put Notts County ahead after 3 minutes. Trevor Christie's penalty made it 2-0 inside 10 minutes. An own goal by David Hunt put Watford back in with a chance. And then along came Nigel Callahan. 2 goals by him, both perfectly struck, have made the half-time score Notts County 2, Watford 3. Nigel Callahan's 2 goals have taken his total for the season to 10, and he's now looking for his first ever hat-trick for Watford. Well, Notts County have now let in 26 goals at home in the league this season. That's the highest goals against total in the First Division. Home matches, and once again they've been guilty of spurning a lead. But can they turn the match round in the second half, as Watford did in the first? Here's Riley. Little back heel, and Callahan seizing a chance to shoot again. Johnston, and Barnes is there against the bar. Riley! Oh, bad luck on the keeper, but it's a goal for George Riley. 4-2 to Watford in the first minute of the second half. Barnes came in with the header. It crashed against the bar, and although McDonough did manfully to block Riley at first, the shot went in to compound Notts County's misery even more. marking Jim McDonough. I can hardly see why. He may have let in 4 goals, but I honestly think it would be harsh to blame him when he's made 2 saves, quite apart from that, to keep the score down. Christie getting up with Terry, and the ball bouncing conveniently for him. Here's Richards. McFarland takes on Franklin. McCulloch near post. Christie! That's a well-taken goal and very well made too. McFarland got the cross in, McCulloch did the hard work at the near post area, and Christie applied the finishing touch. It's his second of the match, his 18th of the season, and after 53 minutes, it brings the score back to Notts County 3, Watford 4. And we can't relax for even a minute or two in this game. That's a long ball seeking out McCulloch, and Franklin having to hurry. Anything can happen now. That's put the life back into the match as far as County are concerned from Trevor Christie. This is Taylor. And there's a gap there because Clark was caught upfield. It's Callahan looking for Riley. Just overhit it slightly. And the goalkeeper was checked when he came to collect that, was he? Or did he have his foot high? It's an indirect free kick to Watford against Jim McDonough. And it's got the Notts County nerves on edge again. They've only just got back into the match. And here they are pulling all their players back to defend on their own 6-yard line. Barnes can sometimes curl these. Callahan will look perhaps for a strike. Jacket did! Oh! A thunderous shot, but over the bar. Well, I think Jim McDonough was penalised there for coming out with his foot up, which seemed possibly a little harsh, because lots of goalkeepers do that week in, week out, and nothing's ever said. This is Johnston. Taylor. Callahan. Oh, and Riley! Good effort. Service coming from Nigel Callahan. Excellent cross, and well judged too on the volley by Big George Riley, who's shown this afternoon, for those who didn't realise, that he's not just a good player when the ball's in the air. Free kick to Notts County, who are still very much alive. The game has still got 25 minutes to run. They're only 1 behind, remember. Klein takes the kick. McCulloch jumping. Benjamin. Christie. McFarland. Oh, he's away from Rostron. And it needed Franklin to come across. Not an awfully good piece of defending that by Watford, I must say, but Notts County see the chance again to push players up. Here's Chidoza. Pedro Richards is forward, so is Christie there. Terry volleyed it half clear. Kilcline hooked it back. And now Riley with Johnston outright. Callahan. Barnes has begun to run through the centre. Riley is in space. That's his cross, and John Barnes is there. Oh, and he just hung on McDonough. Barnes deliberately waiting to let that one come down before he struck for goal, and Jim McDonough smothered it and then grabbed it. George Riley again very much involved in Watford's build-up, making use of space allowed him by the defence. Christie on for Chidozie, largely there. Header was by Hunt. Now Rostron. It's tucked in for Jacket again. And Kilcline saw the danger. Poor clearance though. Rostron back in. Riley's there. Waiting for Barnes to take over. John Barnes blocked by Harcook. Riley now. It's a good ball too. Taylor. Barnes, Les Taylor. Oh, that's a brilliant break by Les Taylor. Really is. And the chip across could find Johnston. What a fine goal to make it 5. And what a tribute to the football of Les Taylor, so often the unsung Watford player. That was a smashing piece of play from midfield, it should be said, for those who think Watford haven't got one. To break like that on the edge of the area, go round the defender, cut out the goalkeeper, get a cross back from there, and Mo Johnston said thank you very much, and that's 5-3 to Watford. Johnston's 14th goal in his last 15 games, and 83 minutes gone. Well, the 5th goal had been in the offing for some little time. And it's curious that the score now is the one by which Watford beat County at Vicarage Road last season, 5-3. That's a moment that has increased Mo Johnston's goal output. Chidozie. Richards has gone forward. Chidozie. Harcook's in there. Jacket finds Callahan, who starts a run and looks for... What a lovely ball. Superb. George Riley. Johnston just inside him. Riley goes past Kilcline. 3 in the middle for Watford. Benjamin's header, only half away. Callahan. Can Callahan complete his hat-trick? He's going through and couldn't finish. Well, the centre of the Notts County defence again laid wide open there. Nigel Callahan in the end getting underneath the final effort. Graham Taylor will feel that these 3 points have ended any speculation about Watford going down, but Notts County are in a heap of trouble. Watford win 5-3. Graham Taylor's side have 8 wins in 10 games. They're well up the table now and safe. But for Notts County, problems in the middle of the field where Les Taylor was quite outstanding for Watford. What a match he had, bearing in mind he's been injured recently. And the visiting supporters can celebrate an eventful game which has left the home side in terrible difficulties in the First Division table. A final score at Meadow Lane of Notts County 3, Christie 2 and Harcook, Watford 5, Callahan 2, Riley, Johnston and a Hunt own goal.
And if it weren't for Notts County's precarious league position, they might almost have enjoyed their part in that feast of goal-scoring. Certainly a team that scores 3 goals at home would expect to earn a point at least, but if the home supporters were disappointed at that, perhaps they might find something up on the television game.